Are you feeling lost in life? Have you found your calling? Does your current career path fulfill you and your purpose? If not, I'm here to help. Welcome to Find Your Power podcast. I am your host, Avery Jane. In this episode, I'm just going to break down a few things. What is finding your power? Why did I start this podcast? And everything that you're actually going to get from it. So we can just dive right in. To start, we're going to talk about what does find your power mean and why I kind of use that as a podcast title. So, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, I took notes. A few definitions of power are listed. One of them is possession of control, authority, or influence over others. There's another one, just physical might. We're not really resonating with those definitions of power within this podcast. We are going to be more resonating with the ability to act or produce an effect. So, within this podcast, I'm going to be really diving into what you have within you that maybe you haven't discovered yet, or maybe you just need a little help pushing out. Kind of your inner power. So I kind of discovered this within myself um, back when I was in high school, and I actually got a tattoo. I don't know if you can see it, but for those of you watching the video podcast, I do have it on my wrist right there. It says power. And that to me, it really just meant finding my inner power and kind of sticking with that in everything that I do. Whether that is finding the power to not do certain things that I think would not benefit me in the long run, or the power to do things that I feel like I want to do. It's really similar, honestly, to manifestation. You can kind of think about it as like that. Or honestly, if you're religious, it's really the power of God within you as well. Whatever kind of way that you think about it is totally up to you. It's all the same at the end of the day. It's kind of the voice or that thing inside of you that speaks to you and kind of makes you powerful, makes you kind of achieve every goal that you want to achieve and gives you that drive, if that makes sense. But your power doesn't necessarily have to be like a career or a job. In this sense, in this podcast, yes, it is. A lot of times I am kind of referring to power as, maybe your career or passion that maybe will make you money, but it's your passion, it's your purpose. It doesn't necessarily have to be making you money that you like on the side and you'd rather just do it as a hobby, but it is your passion. You can totally do that. That's up to you. Sometimes it is better to keep it as a hobby and instead of making money off of it in a lot of ways, because sometimes people don't really like their passion as much once they start earning money off of it, and it becomes more of a job because it's like more work. It's not as free, and maybe it doesn't seem as much of a choice anymore. So really, it could be anything, whether you're making money from your power, your purpose, your passion, whatever you want to call it, or not. Everyone still has one, two, or multiple, and we're going to find those for you if you're listening to this podcast. If you already have one that you know of course, embrace that. If you have your purpose, you already know it, you're set. But maybe you'll learn a little bit more about yourself within this podcast, even if you already do know what your power and your purpose is. Also, sorry I'm saying the words power, purpose, and passion so much. It's just the triple P's kind of episode. Going to be dropping those words many times. I apologize. So next, why did I start the Find Your Power podcast? Well, I've been thinking about starting this podcast for a little bit of time now. I'd say a few months, not too long, but something that's crossed my mind for a few months, and I thought, why not start? I kind of had some influence from loved ones in my life, my family members. Basically, I keep the mindset a lot of times you miss 100% of the opportunities that you don't take. Cliche or not, it is true. So, yeah, here I am. I'm in the same kind of path that you guys are right now, too. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in life, currently in college. And I'm not 100% sure if the path that I'm on, the route that I'm on for college is really my route. I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. And yeah, I'm hoping that not only do I help you guys, the listeners of the podcast, to kind of figure out your purpose, your power, your path, but hopefully I can kind of figure out a little bit of mine as well. So we're going through this journey together. Also, I believe in manifestation. A lot of the things in my life I have manifested, a lot of the positive things at least. I'll do future episodes on manifestation. Maybe I can kind of touch and teach a little bit on that. Obviously, I'm not 100% a pro on manifestation, but I have successfully manifested quite a few things in my life. Also, I am a chronic podcast listener. I mean, by chronic, I mean I have like two or three main podcasts that I listen to a lot. So I thought it might be time to start my own. So, to touch on everything that you will get out of this podcast, there are quite a lot of different things. I already have some interviews lined up, so that's something you'll be getting. I'm going to be interviewing people about their careers, about their jobs, mostly the people that already kind of found their passion in their career field, and they're either being successful currently in it, or maybe they are still working towards it, but at least they know what they want. I will also be doing advice episodes. You can check out the Instagram. It's going to be at findyourpower_podcast. That's where I'll be posting. Before I do advice podcast, you can DM there. I'm going to let you guys know beforehand so you guys can do any DMs and I can kind of give you some advice from those. I'm definitely going to be talking a lot about personal experiences. The manifestation that I previously mentioned is something that I can definitely touch on. I can do full manifestation episodes as well, and kind of just life experiences in general. I do currently have a side job. I can touch on that as a career, and just stuff like that, fun things. I also am thinking about doing some episodes on like full episodes where I just dive into some niche type of career jobs out there. I had a few in mind and I think that might be kind of cool, but I would just basically do some research. So, I'm going to be covering a little bit of everything in this podcast. And of course, if you guys have any ideas, you can leave comments, DM me, whatever you want to do, because I'm open. But at the end of the day, if you're really not sure what your calling is, what your purpose is, you don't know what career path you want to go to into at the moment, I'm confident I can get you closer there and help you realize what your power really is within you. So this was a shorter podcast episode. Most of them aren't going to be too long as well, but we'll see how the interviews go. So to wrap up everything from today, if you're on the path to finding your power, your passion, join me as well. Also, it's most of the time a never ending path. You might know what your career path is, know what your purpose is, but maybe you can get a little more out of this podcast by kind of learning more about yourself, and maybe you have more than one purpose in life. Maybe you have more than one passion that you want to dive into. So definitely join me in doing that. Tune in every Thursday to listen or watch the video on Spotify and YouTube. For now, that's where I will be. And make sure to check out the Instagram as well, like I mentioned before, at findyourpower_podcast. You can DM That's where I'll be posting many of the podcast updates, polls, episode topic polls, anything like that. So definitely check that out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. Please rate the podcast and feel free to leave any comments or reviews if you have any. I'm open to constructive criticism, of course. And if you'd like to be featured for an interview in one of the episodes, feel free to shoot me a message on the email linked below. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon. And don't forget, we will find your power.